Hello, hello, hello. It's Joanna from Perfectly Creative with September's Stamp Around UK video hop. And this month's theme is geometric. So rather than do stamping and things like that, which I thought of masking off and doing some triangles and that kind of stuff, I decided I'd have a play with some of our cardstock and some of our papers. So this is, I think it's Glimmer. Which is in the annual catalogue. So I've got two different colours of the Glimmer, of Berry Burst and Lost Lagoon. I've also got Berry Burst cardstock, which I may or may not use. I think I'll give it, I might just put it to one side for now. So I'll just put those there. I've also got Parakeet Party, Azure Afternoon, Pumpkin Pie, and Daffodil Delight mixed in with the shimmer paper. So to start with, I've got a so I think it's 3.5 inches, so it's 9 centimeters wide strip of cardstock, basic white cardstock, and I'm just going to glue some of these strips down. So question, is Berry Burst pink or purple? I am unsure either way. Try not to get too much glue on. Of course, I could add it straight to the cardstock in strips, but so these are 1/4 inch strips. So I have tried this using the adhesive sheets, which are very good, very easy, don't really make a mess. But if you want some of that wiggle room time, then like I do, then liquid glue, white glue of your choice, is the best one to go for. Let's do, so it doesn't really matter that this isn't the same length as the piece of cardstock, because I'm going to be trimming it down with the basic white, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just buttoning it up so I get a really tight join, so we can't see any white in between, because I will be trimming it down to size. So it's kind of rainbow colours, but not quite. As in, I did think about doing them in rainbow order, but I've since changed my mind. So we can squeeze them right up. Can you believe it's September already? That was the cat leaving me, by the way. First of September. I mean, obviously I'm filming this in August, and the weather, summer, it's sort of hanging on. It's trying to. I think I might do this one again and try it in ombre colours. Maybe slightly thicker, maybe 1/2 inch strips. A bit of Lost Lagoon. So I'm not necessarily going to keep them the same. So I'm not necessarily going to go straight back to Berry Burst, because I think that would look a bit... Go green. Or do I do yellow? Honestly, the hardest part of this was just deciding what colours I'm going to use. But I wanted bright colours, you know, as I'm desperately clinging to summer here in the UK. What's left of it anyway. So it's Bank Holiday Monday this week, so for those of us in the UK we get a 4-day working week. Apart from those that are in the shops, bless them. Traditionally, weekend of DIY. So it's fairly quick and simple. Because obviously doing it this way, you do get slightly covered in glue, or you can do. Okay, and then we'll go back to Parakeet Party. But yeah, I thought maybe you could do all the purples. That would look amazing. Or I think it'd look amazing in what I'm going to do. So then we want a bit of Azure Afternoon. Yeah, do Azure Afternoon, then Pumpkin Pie. Okay. So like I say, I'm mixing it up so they're not all in the same order. Of course, if you wanted to stick to the same order, that's totally up to you. What do you think of when you think of geometric? I think of diamond and triangles, hexagons. Okay, a bit of Lost Lagoon. And then, oh, I don't know, let's have a look. What have I got? What have I got left? So you'd think it'd be exact really, wouldn't you? But it doesn't really matter. Some of this is going to get cut off in a minute. So for all of this, I'm aiming for like a 3-inch square. So I'm going to use some big scissors because there's glue on this. and I don't want to get glue on my paper snips. I didn't really need to trim this bit off, but we'll see. Let's just move all this to one side. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim this so we've got a straight edge. Okay, straight edge. So 3-inch square. I'll trim it down this way first. So 3-inch, because then I can get a couple out of it. Okay, and then I'm going to cut these into triangles. So I'm just lining the points up with the track of the trimmer. Okay, and then again, I'm going to cut this in half again with the point in the trimmer. Now you could easily cut them again. Let's just have a look, shall we? Okay, so now I've sort of decided how I want this to look. I mean, you could easily transfer it that way. I kind of like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just line it up so we get a square. Using my grid paper and the black line, the solid black line that's down the middle. So I'm just lining these up. Okay, skis reaching over, but you could use masking tape for this. I'm going to use post-it note tape. You can use press and seal. Might have some, but I don't know where it is. Well, I do know where it is, but it's buried. I'm just going to gently put that down. I'm just taking some of the stickiness off. Just because it helps with placement. So I have a thick basic white card blank. So for the UK, this is standard size. Okay. So as this is on tape, it's easier to maneuver, and I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back. Now you could use your foam backing, I think I'll cut it to size rather than using it in individual dimensionals. I mean, the design of this completely changes depending on the colours you use, the width of your strips, how you end up deciding on the final orientation of everything. Okay, so then we're going to place that there. We're going to have it that way. I think I want it that way. And then we'll just do a simple sentiment. So that was the way it went before. But I think I'm going to go with it that way. I'm just going to burnish this a little bit more. So really not very many supplies. Just take all the backings off. Which if you're using the foam adhesive sheets, would be a lot quicker. Of course you could use tweezers or you take your pick tool to do this, but why bother? Okay, so I'm going to go with that way. So I'm lining this up on my grid paper just to make sure. I'm just going to put that there just to hold it flat a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to stand up to put this down. If that makes sense. So it's quite a clean and simple card, which is not my forte at all. Well, I've knocked a bit of the cardstock off there, but it's fine, I'll glue that back down. And we'll take these off. Keep the post-it note strips because they'll come in handy when you're die cutting. So, just with the end of my take your pick tool, the putty end, I'm just gonna add a bit of glue. Of course, if you're using tweezers, this would be the perfect time to be using them. That's kind of a geometric shape. Triangles, squares, straight lines. So for sentiment, I think I'm going to pull out Timeless Arrangements. I love this set. I think maybe You Make Me Smile. Or a simple thank you. That'd be nice. I'm going to heat emboss. I use thank you quite a lot, but I'm always in need of thank you cards. I'm going to go with, actually, if I can find it. You Are the Best. Okay, so I'm going to heat emboss this. been, you know, a day or two since I last embossed. So this is just a anti-static powder. It just gets rid of all your fingerprints and all that. So a bit of Versamark. Can see that. Probably can't pick it up on the screen, but I can see it. I'm just going to heat emboss in white. I find this much easier than having it in little pots. So this is from IKEA, which I've just labelled. And then the scoop that I use inside is actually a bead tray for jewellery making. Right, heat tool's going on, so close your ears. Oh, look at the magic. It's just magic. Okay, I'll get my little trimmer out. Going to trim this down just a tad. So I'm just using the edge of the silver line just to try and get it straight. Okay. Okay. And then I'm just going to trim the ends. So you could do banner style, you know, but I just like a simple diagonal cut. Which, like I said, really clean and simple card for me. It feels very unusual. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm just going to stick this flat because it is on dimensional. So if you want to post it, if you put this on dimensionals, then there is potential for it to end up being a large letter. Unless, of course, you don't mind that. And then that's fine. I'm just thinking maybe a bit of white baker's twine. Okay, the trick is, that's exactly how I want it. Keeping it like that. So this is where, whilst I said I was going to glue it flat, I'm just going to change my mind. As is a lady's prerogative. So I'm using my black dimensionals for this. kind of want to trap, get it up the right way round first. Trap the thread exactly where it is. There. Whew. And breathe. Oh, see, now these are new. These are from our new mini catalogue that will go live on the 6th of September. So at the time of seeing this, not much longer to wait. But hello. Oh, look at the gorgeousness. I mean, just beautiful. Sorry. Just beautiful. I'll do one there. One there. And then a smaller one. Just there. And there you have it. So that's my take on geometric. And as I say, not a lot of stamping. Let me just get rid of these out of the way. Not a lot of stamping. But actually, I kind of like just the clean and simple when I do it eventually. So really simple, really easy to do. Do with any colours, any cardstock that you've got. And if you don't have a coloured cardstock that you really like, then you could just blend some on some basic white, and you could do an ombre and then cut that into strips and do it that way. I might be trying that next. But yeah, so there you have it. Hope you like it, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you could press the subscribe button below and press the little bell icon, so then you get notified when my videos go live. Please do check out the rest of the stampers in the hop. Sorry, lost my words there. In the hop, because there is some fabulous inspiration. So please do go and take a look. And until next time, thank you very much and take care.